Welcome to Reconcilor 9.3, our latest major release. Jam-packed full of new features and enhancements to existing modules. I just wanted to take an opportunity to highlight three of the major features that we have included in this release. The first one will be the extended attributes. The second is the ability to look at wet and dry tons throughout the entire mine value chain. And the third is to be able to edit, add, delete your own material types and your own lithology types to the UI rather than using a consultant to help you with that. So let's just have a look at the extended attributes. So Reconcilor's previously had a limitation of importing 13 attributes plus density plus moisture. We've now opened it up so that there's no limitation on the number of attributes that you can import. In Reconcilor 9.3, we've moved the attributes over to the configure panel, and you can see now we've got a full list. Now, if I had 100 attributes, grades, weathering types, hardness, whatever it might be, associated with my model, those attributes can now be imported and you can select them from the list that we see here. And as always, any grade that we import, we also have the equivalent metal associated with that as well. So it's just a simple click and turn things on and press apply, and they are then available on the continuum. So we've extended the attributes throughout all of the imports, but at the moment they're only available to view and analyze on the continuum and also on the material movement screen. As new releases come online over the coming months, we will actually extend those attribute selectors into the model comparison, the mining and crusher feed screens, and also the trends screen as well. The second feature that I wanted to talk about was the ability to look at wet and dry tons. So when we do an implementation, we discuss with the client as to whether we're going to be importing wet or importing dry, and then it may change when we get to the plant. And then say those people leave and the next people come into that site and they're like, what have you actually imported? And it's just giving you that transparency. If we can actually show you the equivalent of the wet and the dry tons throughout the entire mine value chain, there's no questions that need to be asked. If you're carrying a moisture, and in this data set, I don't have a difference between my moisture, but if you had a difference, say a 1.5% moisture, then you would have a difference between your wet and dry tons. So throughout every module of Reconcilor, you can now select to show wet or dry or both. The third feature I wanted to show you was the material types and lithology types. As I mentioned before, you don't need to go through a consultant anymore, a Datamine consultant. You can just come in here and add your material type in. We've also got the ability to select a color that you would like that particular material type or lithology type to show within the UI, the charting components of the UI. So again, a little bit more flexibility through the user interface for material types and lithology types. As I said earlier, loads of other extra functionality and enhancements to the screens and to the performance as well. So I'm really excited about this release and can't wait to let you guys have a go and have a play around with it. Yeah, any questions? Please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks.